Have you ever looked up in the sky and just seen the beauty of the stars? It becomes so obvious to us that everything around us is all made up of patterns. And not only the stars, but also nature around us. The tree is made up of atoms that arrange themselves in certain patterns to create molecules. And the molecules create cells, and the cells arrange themselves to create the tree. And even you and me are made up of patterns. So would it be a surprise to tell you that what you feel, your emotions, are made up of patterns too? The trouble is we just don't know what those patterns are. And it's still a little bit of a mystery to us. What are the patterns that make up our emotions? Well, patterning, a new positive psychology, is all about that. It's all about understanding the patterns that make up our emotions, positive and negative. And the way you're going to learn about patterning is you're going to learn, one, to understand what are the patterns that make your emotions. But even more than that, you're going to learn, once you see the patterns, you can learn how to interrupt the patterns, change the patterns, get rid of negative emotions, emotions you don't like. But even more than that, patterning is going to teach you how to replace negative patterns with new positive patterns. Now you may ask how that's going to happen. Well, patterning looks at the whole person. And to understand us, you have to understand that we are four parts. One part of us is our mind. But another part of us is our body. A third part of who we are is our emotions. And then finally, our fourth part is our consciousness. All four of these parts of us work to create our moods, to create positive feelings, to create joy and happiness. We like to just focus on our emotions and try to understand the emotions alone, but you can't. The emotions all work in context. We can't also just look at the body and throw antidepressants or anti-anxiety medications at people and think that's going to fix the problem, because the body isn't just the only piece we need to look at. Nor can we just look at our minds and just say, oh, well, we just need to think positive thoughts. Because even our mind alone is not the answer. Everything works together in patterns. And these patterns are what create our moods. How we create or how we influence all four of these things is by understanding what I call our four faculties. Our four faculties are the things that work on the mind, the body, our emotions, and our consciousness. So let me show you what we mean by patterns, and so you can better see where we're headed. So we have our four parts of ourselves. To create a positive mood, what has to happen is that all four of these parts of ourselves have to work together. And when they work together, when they work well together, it creates a state of well-being. And that state of well-being is experienced in a pattern. The pattern is flow. Flow is the feeling of happiness. So when we're looking at understanding the patterns that create happiness, we have to understand all the four parts of us. We have to understand how to get them to flow together and create this wonderful sense of well-being, because it's that sense of well-being that creates the feeling of happiness. The reverse is also true, that if we take these four parts and any one of them, or all four of them, if they've collapsed, then that creates another state, a state we all know too well, a state of unhappiness. And so this is the pattern that we have to disrupt. This is the pattern we have to change and get rid of. Obviously, there's lots of pieces we still need to learn and still need to understand, but that's just a quick overview to show you what we need to do to create a positive and happy mood all day, every day. Thank you so much for watching this introductory video. I'm Brett Williams, and I want to teach you more about patterning of positive psychology. Take care.